So the sixth video is onto the soil notes, and we're going to look first of all at the different types of soil and the way in which they influence it. We've got three main types of soil: sandy, silt and clay. We're going to have a look at a couple of other types as well. So first of all, let me mention sandy soil. Now, sandy soils, as the name suggests, are sandy. With the soil is made up of particles of different sizes. And with sandy soil, the particles are extremely large, which makes sense because when you look at sand, you can even almost see the size of the particles. Now, this gives it its gritty texture, but also because of the large, bulky size of the particles, there's going to be larger gaps between them as well. If you think of if you have a tray of beads, the smaller the beads are, the less gap there is between the beads. Whereas if you have huge golf balls sitting next to each other, then there's massive spaces between them. It's the same with sandy soil. Sandy soil has got large particles, so there's big gaps, and water is going to drain quickly through it, taking nutrients away with it. So it contains plenty of minerals, but it drains very, very fast and loses its nutrients quickly. So with sandy soil, you're going to have to regularly water it, make sure the moisture content is high, and as well mix in other types of compost to keep the nutrient content high and change its structure over time. Silty soil is it's like an intermediate. It's slightly smaller than the sandy soil. It does contain more nutrients because it doesn't drain as easily, but it still does drain quite quickly. One of the main problems with silty soil is it compacts down. So if you're walking over it a lot or driving over it with machinery, it'll gradually form a harder layer, which then water won't drain through it and will puddle. So you have to make sure with silty soil that you break it up on a regular basis. This is to make sure that air gets into the soil. So you're going to be using a hoe a lot in order to break the soil, or shoveling it, and again adding a bit of compost. Your third main type of soil is clay. Clay has the smallest particles, so they bind together the vacuum between not vacuum, but the conditions between the particles cause them to stick together the most, and that traps molecules of traps water in between them, keeping the soil nice and moist, and also traps particles of nutrients in it. So clay soil is very good for plants. The only trouble is that it can become saturated with water, so you do need to break it up a little bit. Now, with those three types of soil, there is another one then. Though we classify the main types of soil as those three, you do have a fourth type, which is loam soil. Loam is kind of like a combination of all three, so there's a bit of all three. Now the advantage of that is they have the benefits of all three soil in the one type, and so it's the best. This loam soil is the best type for for gardening and producing veg with. It's a nice dark structure to it. It holds enough moisture, not too much. It doesn't become compact very easily, and it doesn't lose its nutrients. It keeps nutrients in it. Although organic matter or humus isn't necessarily a type of soil, it is an important part of it. Humus is all the decomposed organic matter that the dead plants and insects and organisms that are gradually breaking down that are in that make up kind of like a soil-like substance. Now that's very important because that decaying matter will contain nitrogen, carbon, minerals, things that the plants can use to grow. So it's very good for the soil. We make our own in the compost heap, but nature also naturally breaks down matter. Things like earthworms and bacteria will break down the matter, and this will then become incorporated into the soil. So you've got those three main types of soil, clay, sandy and silt. You've got the fourth sort of intermediate of all three, which is loamy soil, and then this component of the soil that gives a lot of nutrients, the decomposing organisms, which is humus or organic matter.